Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Infinite Respawn Podcast. I'm Chicken.
I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Griff.
I'm Baka.
So up, guys.
Happy New Year, everybody's.
I know. It's like our big break is over. We finally see each other again, and oh god, it's crazy.
No, we have to see each other. No.
That's what I've been saying all day.
I don't know. I mean, you guys are jerks. You guys really jerks. You know that.
Really jerks. Really
So,
jerks.
how was everybody's holidays?
Mine was great. Very eventful, I guess. Like
Holiday-y?
had to go out of holiday. Yeah, had to go out of town and stuff. So it was fine.
Woo.
I didn't leave for Christmas though. That was great. I didn't really have to leave my house at all. That was fantastic.
Dude, like, I try not to. The surrounding days around holidays, I just try to make plans to not have to leave the house because it's crazy. So I just sat at home and played video games.
Yay.
That was about the whole thing, is just playing video games for...
Yep. Working in video games with Stormtrooper aiming.
Yeah, because Baka hurt himself. Like, was it right before Christmas?
Yes. Yeah, like right before Christmas.
Yeah, he got his fingers stuck in a door, and it's, you know what? It's gross, but he has like 2 fingers that he can't use now, so he's a gimp.
Yep.
Don't play games with him right now. He's a gimp. Look at him.
Broken bones and stitches.
Yeah. So, you know, if you want to play a strategy game with him, hit him up for some Civilization or something. But I wouldn't depend on him in a
Or
highly...
Hearthstone. I mean, if you want to constantly win at that, because my deck apparently sucks.
He challenged me to a game. I beat him up with Murlocs.
Although I did earlier make a warrior deck just to frustrate people, because I know it wasn't going to ever win. I think it's won like 1 game out of like 30. But all it is like nothing but creatures with taunt.
Yes.
We actually did play one shooter game. Well, you've been playing PUBG with him, but like immediately after he hurt himself, we played we went back and played Left 4 Dead 2, but we downloaded a bunch of mods.
Oh,
he still
my
couldn't
God.
hit anything, but it was hilarious.
Yeah, y'all told me about that. I gotta do that. Cause
It's so good.
As much as I love mods, I hadn't really thought about it in relation to Left 4 Dead. Oh my god, it completely freshened the experience. All of my zombies are now the aliens from Mars Attacks. Like, you can change your heroes. I think at one point we were running with Master Chief from Halo, Leon from Resident Evil, and I was what's her name from The Witcher? Damn it.
Siri.
Thank you. I was like, it's right here, but all I can think of is the lady from Game of Thrones names. That's not it. Yeah. We ran around like that. I changed all of the big infected and everything. It's so fun. It's so fun. I found a cat gun where it's actually a cat that you shoot. And then when you reload it, you pet its chin. And that's reloading and you shoot some more. It's so good.
My
so
favorite
good.
fucking mod is the tank music. Whenever the tank comes out,
You're such a nerd.
it plays the John Cena theme song, like glass shatters, and then it starts fucking playing it, and he just comes running out. Oh god, it's him! It's really him! Oh my god.
You should make your tank look like John Cena then.
There's a mod. I didn't download that one because the Christmas one was really
You
festive.
should have heard us playing it too, because we had all downloaded, like the first couple of rounds we downloaded the same infected, so it'd be like, oh god, reindeer, oh my god, Chucky's here, because we had Chucky as the jockey, a reindeer for a hunter. Oh my god, it was so funny. Reindeer.
I think I downloaded some food theme ones, like one
Yeah.
of them was a chicken nugget. The spitter was a giant drink from McDonald's. The tank was like a hamburger and fries combo.
Oh my god.
The amount of mods in that game is just amazing. Like,
My tank
holy
is
shit.
Santa, and he throws presents instead of rocks.
I'm definitely gonna have to look at those because y'all were telling me about them. Like I think you can change the zombies to stormtroopers or something.
Yeah, that's one of them.
So it's just like, oh my god.
I don't know why I never thought, like, as much as I play other games with mods, I don't know why I never thought about modding that one.
Like, that one's got so many fucking mods. You can mod everything. Like, I turned the adrenaline shot to, like, Starbucks coffee, and it's got, like, little steam coming out of it, and, you know, when you take the adrenaline, you shoot yourself in the leg, but this time you just drink it, and you go woo, and then take off running. It's so good. Oh my god,
That's awesome. We played Friday 13th.
Yeah, we played that. We got it on Steam sale. Steam sale. Oh my god, I bought so much stuff this time.
I bought too many games, but I have been playing
I bought
all
Just
of them.
Cause 3 on the Steam sale.
I'm competing with you. Fuck off, dude. But yeah, we did play Friday the 13th. That was
Oh my
that's
god,
been interesting.
that
I'm
game
really
is a
bad at it.
blast. Come on, you can't be bad at it.
You can make poor decisions, and I make plenty of them.
Oh! You're saying you make poor decision when I run up to Jason and it's like, come on, bitch, come on, let's do this. Nope, run, turn around, come on, Jason, let's do this. Me, you, don't look at them, me, you, come on, let's go over this way, come on, just follow me, run, just follow me, come on, let's go. Then you hit him real quick and your weapon breaks, and you're like, oh shit, and then just take off running.
There was one that when Chicken was chasing, and he ends up getting to me, and I knocked loose and was able to get away. He finds me again later. I knock myself loose again, and he picks me up immediately. And I didn't know I had a knife, and I just stabbed him. And so I got away again. And Chicken was like, he didn't care about anybody else after that one. He was, I was gonna die. It was just gonna happen.
Oh, yes.
I really liked, and I know Oak said, well, this is what you get for dying early, but
Yeah.
the one where we were playing as all of the camp counselors, and the guy who was playing Jason was doing his Walken impression, like Christopher Walken. It was so funny, but what Oak said was the downside is you hear Jason talking when you're dead, so after you die, you just hear it all the time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was hearing it sporadically, and it was hilarious. That guy was great.
Yes. I really like that game because it's a lot of fun. Like, yeah, it's kind of scary-ish, but it's just more fun because I mean, you could just like you see somebody in the house, you're like, knock, knock, knock. I see you in there. No, you don't. Yes, I do. Come on out. No, you don't. I'm not here. This is a recording. Go away.
We got away once.
I
Got away a
survived
couple of
once or
times.
twice.
I think we left Griff behind on one of them.
Yeah, at one point somebody got in a car and just left. I was like, all right, bye.
Yeah, I think we only had like one game of someone just grieving people in that game out of the entire time we played it.
Yeah.
And that was when some dude basically got the car started, drove backwards, hit Chicken, ran me over, and then started driving around the entire camp and just hitting other campers.
I don't know if I don't think I was in that game.
No, I don't think you
I
were.
don't remember
I think
that
you were just
happening.
being Buck in that one, but the game is just a blast. Just lots of fun, especially when you got other friends. And most of the time, you come across people who are pretty nice. I mean, of course, it's an online game. You're gonna get those assholes, but most of the time, it's just a lot of fun.
Yes.
It was
If
funny too because I remember like we all have like this default Jason, and Baka comes out with this big purple
one.
Jason. We're all like, "Where'd you get that?" So like Griff and I are immediately going through all of our outfits.
Yes, if you picked up Friday the 13th on the Steam sale or you already own it, hit us up and let us know and we'll set up a play date. It'd be fun to play with like a whole group of us. I think
Oh gosh, I
six
think
people?
we've got
Eight
quite a
people?
big
Something
group
like
now. We have
Well, no, I
four,
don't remember how many it is per lobby.
it's 8.
8,
Per
okay.
body. 1 Jason and 7 counselors.
Yep.
Yep. So,
I mean,
hit us
sometimes
up
you
on
got to
that.
leave people behind too, man. I got in a car and I just said I took a 4-person car left by myself. I mean,
Bitch.
I
I spend a lot of time, like, because I make poor decisions, I usually just wander off from the group and take my chances that way. Because surely I'm not going to be of any help to anybody. And so I've done the best, survived the longest by just wandering off into the woods.
All you got to do, the easiest way to escape is find the fuse and repair the phone and call the police.
Yeah, I did that one time, and I have the perk on my character that her dad's a cop, so it like halves the time, or cuts down by 20%, I think.
25%. Instead of 5 minutes, it's 3 minutes and 30 seconds, which
Yeah.
is a huge time gap. Because, I mean, if you find that early on in the game, everybody's escaping like that. Like, the game is just awesome. A lot of
Or
fun.
we had the moment where like you helped me and Newbie escape, and then I came back as Tommy, and then we all escaped together with the rest of the last
Oh,
4
God,
guys.
that was so good. So I spawn in, like, this little cul-de-sac, and there's gas in my house that I spawned next to. Filled it up, And then I go to my next building because there's 3 buildings, and I search the next one and nothing, and I go across the street to that one, and there's a battery in that one. Oh my god, holy shit, this is so good. And I repaired the car, and I found the walkie-talkie, and I was talking to Baka, and he started running over towards me, and Newbie found me first and said he has keys. Oh wait, no, Baka had the battery, but whatever. They had something, and so I let them get in the 2-person car, and they escaped without me. So
sacrificing himself.
Yep.
Actually, no, he didn't die though.
Yeah, I didn't die.
Yeah, because I came back as Tommy and shot Jason with a shotgun and freed him, and then we got into another car.
I found keys, and then I ran over to the other car, which had a bunch of people in it. So I got it and started that bitch. Somebody else got in, and I saw somebody else coming up. I was like, get in the car. We're all leaving this motherfucker. Get in the goddamn car. And then we take off. Jason finds us. We get into this kerfuffle, and then we drive off. Kerfuffle.
That's so cute. Kerfuffle.
And then Baka saves us, and he's like, I came back for you. So it was good.
Yeah, and as Baka mentioned, he picked up Just Cause, I picked up Just Cause, and they have leaderboards in that game. So all the time it pops up where it's like, Baka has beat you at this, or so-and-so has beat you at that. I'm like, oh, motherfuckers, I got shit to do, but I need to be the top. Oh, God. So it's my competitive nature kicking in a single-player game. I hate you.
That's fine. I'm going to go hop on it later and see how far I can, jump and before I have to land.
Oh, you can. That one's pretty easy. Like jumping the skydiving one. Just get once you get access to the jets, get the jets and go up to what is the ceiling of the game and jump out. It's over the water. It's so high, and you can just skydive all the way down. I played it on console too. So. Chicken's made the worst mistake ever. And because he hates double dipping from games, but he's turned me into PC Master Race, so I'm now having to repurchase games on PC that I already own on console.
Thank God for Steam.
I know,
Steam
right?
Sale. I bought GTA 5 again because I had it on my console, and I'm waiting on a capture card to come in and whatnot, so I'm not using my console a whole lot right now because I'm picky about how I play with my audio.
Very, very picky. Don't let her underestimate that.
Oh,
I had to order a very specific
picky
capture card. It took forever to find a capture card that I was settled for because I couldn't find one that would let me run it through, basically run the game through my PC so that I could have the audio come through my headset.
Very picky.
Yeah.
So picky.
And even then, I'm not sure. It's not here yet. It doesn't come in until Tuesday. But it says that there's a minor delay, and I don't know how much that's going to drive me crazy. We'll see.
Well, speaking of GTA, I bought Vice City and San Andreas on it.
Yeah.
I wanted a little bit throwback, so I decided to go a little old school.
Have you done any of the mods for
City.
those?
I have not. I haven't played them yet.
Supposedly,
I'm gonna play them on Steam or Stream.
I saw. God, it was probably 2-3 years ago. It was probably when GTA 5 originally came out, but they like what it looked like with some of the upgraded graphics mods and stuff like that. Some of those older games like that, they look really good compared.
Oh, I might have to do that. Oh man,
I was like, wow, that's a good way to update it on there, especially something like San Andreas.
I'll probably play Vice City first. Oh, that's
Vice City's
special place.
Vice City's probably my favorite of all the games, just because the music alone, I love.
Oh, so fucking good. I know most of the songs I know from this day from driving around that fucking game. Oh my god. Oh, and it has one of my favorite phrases too. This is the last dance for Lance Vance. And then he gets so pissed at you for saying that. God damn it, Tommy, shut the fuck up.
See, I didn't play Vice City. I played GTA 3 though.
Oh, Vice City is just so good. So
well,
good.
since we have the Steam Sherry thingy, maybe
I'll let you play that, and then I'll play Planet Coaster.
Yeah, Red made the mistake of gifting me Planet Coaster for Christmas, and it's a crack addiction. It's like crack. It is. It has the most relaxing, chill soundtrack too, by the way. It's on
so
Spotify.
good.
It's on YouTube. Go look it up and just chill for a while. It's just so great.
It's probably how they get you to play that game for so long. You're just sitting there chilling out. Next thing you know, 4 hours. Oh shit!
You played it a while yesterday.
Actually, that happened. Yeah, that happened at one point. It was 7 o'clock. I'm like, I'm gonna play for about 2 hours, and then I've got a few other things that I wanted to do in a couple other games, whatever. So I'm playing, and I'm like, I've almost got this one section that I've been working on to where I want it. What time is it? Oh my god, it's 11:30. Like, oh, 2 hours is what I said. So
That is not what
You need to
happens.
start
You
setting
have a
alarms.
little...
No
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she would put those on snooze.
10 more minutes will be fine. 10 more minutes will be fine.
You've hit the snooze button 957 times.
Don't tell me how to live my life, phone.
I ended up picking up a few games off the sale. I got Wolfenstein 2, which I've been playing yesterday and today. When I got back into town, I was like, I've got to play it. So I picked those up because it was like half price. It's hard to get Wolfenstein 2 for half price. So far, I understand, like, story-wise, one game mechanic, very beginning, not what I expected to be able to play through. And I tell you now, it made it really fun because of what happens in the game, and you have to do it this way. It's awesome. But I don't want to spoil it for anybody. The plot line wise, like the acting and things like that, because you've got that hokey moment because it's Wolfenstein. But they've done a really good job of kind of drawing you into these characters a little more than they did the first one. I think anyway. Okay. And so I'm interested to see kind of how far this goes, but we'll see. And then I got Sniper Elite 3 because I got it for like $1.99 or some ridiculous amount. And I was like, oh, I'll get it. I've never played any of this Sniper Elite stuff. Oh my God, when you accidentally hit somebody in the nuts and see the nut shot.
Accidentally.
Yeah, well, the guy fell backwards because they have, like, you can kill him or you can do an incapacitating shot. And I accidentally incapacitated him, and he was falling backwards. And I took my second shot to kill him, and his legs happened to open and nailed him to kill him at the same time.
Chicken's face.
I'm like, oh my God.
I'm sorry you're listening to the audio version. Oh my God, that's so funny.
Oh my God. Too funny. Did that. I went ahead. I haven't played any of these, but I picked up Black Mesa because I wanted to be able to play through it. For like Alien Isolation, which I had started, but it was like way drawn out. For $2.99 or whatever the hell it was I paid for it, I was like, I'll download it again.
And that's how Steve gets you, man.
Right?
That's
You want this game for
$2.99. I can go ahead and put that in my
$2.99,
library
fine.
again.
And because of the fact that, well, pirates, a game called Black Cells, which I want to go through and play as well. So I got it, which I think it's a THQ Nordic. I don't know.
Is it THQ Nordic? Hell yeah.
So
Just started my sister on Darksiders, the first one, the War Mastered edition, and I gotta say the graphics, like, because I haven't played the War Mastered edition of that one yet, the remaster. It's like they really polished up the cinematics and everything, and then it throws you into the gameplay, and it's like, wow, this looks really different than the cinematic.
Cinematics always look different than the games.
Not always, not anymore, but it
Most of
is
the time,
from
yes.
like
Yeah, I was about to
2010.
say, have you ever
so
played Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah. Cinematics are like, and then you get into the game and you're like,
I like that people will just have to imagine your face if they listen to the podcast instead of watch the video.
sorry guys, you should come to YouTube and watch the video. Another game I picked up, Dead by Daylight. It was $10, and
got
I know
that
I
one
picked
too.
up Friday the 13th, and that one's really fun and cool, and it's like a party game, I guess, if you want to categorize it like that. Dead by Daylight is on the other side of the spectrum. It's actually scary. There's no voice chat. It's just
Okay, it is. I don't know how scary it is. I watched you like run around from a guy that was trying to kill you by like slamming little door panels down and then running in front of him again. Like,
yeah, well,
that was more funny than scary.
yeah, but you don't have anything to fight back. I mean, you can like blind him with a flashlight, but other than that, he's gonna catch you and kill you eventually. All right, so I downloaded the Michael Myers DLC. I had to get him. It was my favorite, and I gotta say, playing him is just fucking awesome. His special ability is basically, it's just like the movies. He stalks his prey. Whenever the villain is in your area, your heartbeat picks up. His Michael Myers' first tier, like when he starts off, his radius is super fucking small. So I've like come up towards people and the right button stalks, and I'll just like stand out in the brush next to a tree and like sit there stalking them, watching them do it.
Creeper.
And then when it hits level 2, you see both of them kind of perk up and take off, because then your terror radius gets bigger as you level up. So it's like as soon as it hits level 2, you see him like, oh, he's around here now. It's like, I've been around here the whole time, bitch. Been watching you the whole time. And then I just keep stalking him. And then once you hit level 3, he's got an instant takedown. As soon as he catches you, stabs you in the back, and you fall. Because normally it takes like 2 or 3 hits to knock somebody out. Like him, he just stabs you, picks you up, throws you on a hook, and leaves you for dead. So I really like playing it. It's fun. It's competitive. Survivor side is okay, but I'm definitely a killer. Definitely a killer.
Nice to know that.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely a killer, yo. I'm a killer.
So I was playing a bit of that, and I've been enjoying the hell out of it.
Oh.
Well, we've definitely had a lot of time to play games and such, so yeah, which is good because there's not a whole lot of news, so I'm glad that we have plenty of things to talk about.
I mean, I've still got a whole list over here of games that I've played that I can keep going through.
Well, do we want to talk about some news and then we can get back to chat?
Yeah, that's
you
fine.
know, that part's the fun part. We'll just
Okay.
put the news, like, sprinkle the serious stuff in the middle and then keep going.
I think the most
That was-
disappointing news for me right now is the fact that Monster Hunter, that's coming out January 26th for consoles, we've got to wait until Auburn, really?
Auburn.
Oh, you gonna wait till
Autumn
Auburn?
2018. Might as well be Auburn in this house. Whatever.
Next football season.
Yeah.
That's what you could say.
Yeah, so autumn of this year is when it's actually coming out for PC, which 2-3 months I'm okay with. I have a problem with nearly a year.
Yeah.
I just don't see what they are supposed to add or optimize at that particular point on a PC in that large amount of time. And then what kind of quality are you going to get on the PS4 and the Xbox One if that's the case? I don't know. It just feels very GTA-ish to me, because wasn't it like a year and a half between the releases or something like that? So
Yeah. I don't know. I've noticed a lot of companies doing that lately, where it's kind of like, get them out on the consoles, and then we'll eventually get the PC one.
You know why, right, though? Because if most, I'm not going to say all, but most people, if you have an option, you're going to get it on PC, right? There's more accessibility, more settings, more powerful tool that you can play it on.
Mm-hmm.
You can play with your friends. You've got all these, tools, Discord, and all of this shit that you can play with. What I feel like most companies are trying to do is kind of push it out on the consoles, get their audience, kind of trying to get the audience back to consoles, and then release it for PC. Because if I have to guess, I bet it'll sell faster on PC than it would on consoles. Because the people who are going to wait and be okay with it are going to wait. People who are going to play it on consoles are going to buy
Well, the
it
good thing
first
is there's
day.
plenty of games between now and then.
Oh,
to
God,
play.
please do not remind me. Come on
But
now.
it
My
still
wall.
sucks that you have
Vermintide.
to wait.
Yeah,
I've got plenty of games to fill the time. Trust me.
I'm sure Steam will have another sale between now and then, too. You'll have even more games to fill your
at
time.
least 3. We're good.
There's going to be the summer sale and then the autumn sale, and then the Black Friday sale, and then the winter sale. They do about 4 sales a year.
Well, yeah. Don't they
Granted,
do
the last 3 sales are like almost together.
They do a summer sale, though. Did you say the summer sale?
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's the first thing you
The
said.
summer's
my
in
bad.
June, and then the autumn sale is like
So
in
see,
October.
you've got Steam sales between now and then to buy things and entertain yourself with.
Think about it, that's pretty clever. They do like 3 sales at the end of the year: October, November, and December.
Stop it.
Christmas time.
Yep, everybody's willing to spend that $3 here and $30 there and $2 there.
Then you go, dang it, I should have waited to the autumn sale. Oh, too funny. Yeah, that's the one I was just kind of disappointed on that. But I'm also disappointed too, and I say this is, of course I have Xbox One and a PS4, but I don't understand why you wouldn't at least try a beta of some sort on the Xbox One. Do they think it's gonna?
PS4 priority. PS4 priority.
Yeah, I understand that, but at least have one beta, because what's going to happen if it doesn't work worth a shit on a damn Xbox One? There's going to be one
Well, that's
conspiracy.
what internal testing's for,
I guess, but then you're
Yeah.
going to have conspiracy theories of people going, "Oh, they just did this so more PS4 stuff would be sold," and da 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 da.
That's exactly what I was about to say too. I was like, because then you're gonna get those. They're hoping like it's Sony's secret thing going. Oh, it's shitty on Xbox. Come play it on PS4. Yeah, come buy one. We'll give you one if you
Straight
want to
over
buy it.
here, your little cats were floating boats and not in the air.
Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for it. I'll be fine. I've got plenty of things to fill my time between now and then.
it's
All the
definitely
games
a
that
you
I've
guys
bought
thing.
now, and yeah, it's got plenty of time.
I don't
Plenty
know,
of
Griff.
things.
It's got cute little kittens. You should come
It's
play
got
with
cute
us.
kittens, but it's not my kind of gameplay. Like, I watched you guys play the beta for it, and it's just not my cup of tea. It's cute,
That's fair.
though. I can make characters for you.
No.
Dress our kittens.
That's all I'm good for. Dress up my kitten, please.
Make it look cute and adorable, so that way all the other monster hunters will be jealous.
I'm good at that, though.
Uh,
What else you guys want to talk about?
Could talk about the most important piece of news this week.
Okay.
AGDQ started today.
I should have known that was your most important.
I knew exactly where he was going with that.
Come on. They raise millions of dollars bi-yearly for the Prevent Cancer Foundation.
Which is really awesome.
Yes. Last year they raised a little over $2 million. I think every year now, once SGDQ got over $2 million, they've just been raising over $2 million a year. Or like $4 million a year.
It's pretty badass.
Which is pretty fucking awesome. If you don't know what it is, it's a 24-hour, 7-day week event that they speed run games. They have incentive. They have prizes. It's always there, always on, always going for this week and then a week in summer that we'll talk about when that comes up.
AGDQ and SGDQ.
Yep.
Right.
Awesome games done quick and summer games done quick.
Sweet.
So, it's for speedrunners. This is a huge competition that they love to come and show off their skills and whatnot, and raise money for a good cause. Super awesome. Donate if you have spare money. I do. I try to. It's totally worth it. They are good people doing a good thing. So, if you've never heard of it, go watch it. It's on Twitch. It's gonna be on the front page of Twitch all week. I'm sure you'll be able to find it pretty easily. AGDQ. So, please. Infinite Respawn supports them and what they do. So, check them out.
For a fact.
Yes.
It looks like I'm trying to find it on here, but according to the listing, they have the new Prey game listed as one of the speed runs, Griff. And I was trying to see what day it was, because I was gonna see if
They speedrun everything. Like, they can do Bioshock. I think it was like 45 minutes for Bioshock Infinite. I'm like, how the fuck do you get through that entire game in 45 fucking minutes?
Because they're fast.
Clearly. But
I-
still.
I think it's funny that speedrunners are trying to figure out in Mario Odyssey who can get the quickest to the boxer shorts. They're
Yeah, I
actually
saw
saying,
that
how
too.
fast can you get to the boxer shorts?
Somebody did a speedrun of Odyssey, didn't they?
Dude,
Yeah,
they
several
they do a speed run of 999 moons. It takes over 13 hours, I think it is.
God.
Yeah. Normally they do a 503 moon segment, which is a lot shorter, but you know.
Yeah, they do several ones on that one, because you'll do ones that are like the completionist, like he was talking about, the 999. You've got ones that'll do the quickest to complete the game, because you only need, I think, 250 stars in order to be able to beat the game.
Right.
So like that type of stuff too. But
Yeah, it's pretty
I
awesome.
just thought it was funny that they picked the boxer shorts as one of them to do. Who can get the boxer shorts of these? What? Really?
It is on. Prey is going to be on Thursday at 3:50 at 4 o'clock, but those times are always suggestive to change because of, it's all estimated time and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
They push everything back as it goes. They have blocks that they do too, like awful games done quick, which are really really crappy old games.
I
that
saw Home
nobody
Alone
wants to
2
run.
that was listed.
There's the Animorphs one that's, or Titanic.
Titanic?
No, Titanic.
What is that? I don't even know what that is.
It's okay. Don't think about it.
Okay.
It's awful,
I
by the way.
won't then.
It's awful. But and they have incentives and things like this, like blindfolded, or some dude is going to play Mike Tyson's Punch-Out and Punch-Out at the same time with one controller.
What?
Yes. At the same time with one controller.
Okay, then.
That is going to be incredible. Ocarina of Time, 100% for the 64, 5 hours.
I can see that one.
That one's got prime time, too. Like, I mean, the thing that these people do is just so awesome. The way they've been able to break your games that you played when you were a child.
Thank you for breaking my favorite game. That's basically what you just said.
Pretty much. I mean,
but I guess it's thank you for breaking my game in an interesting way.
Yeah. Well, I played Paper Mario when I was younger, and when we were younger, we weren't, able to just go out and buy a bunch of games. They had replayability,
Right.
but you can only replay the game so many times before you start creating challenges for yourself, right? So I started being like, how fast can I beat the game? So I started going faster and faster, and I know where everything is, and I know what I need to do to beat these bosses. So I started just trying to move through it faster, and seeing these guys who are like, let me show you how it's done, and then they just beat it to hell, and you're like, damn, wow, I could have done so much better when I was younger. So that's why it's interesting for me.
So Left 4 Dead 2's on Tuesday.
Yeah, they're going to beat all campaigns in 45 minutes.
Yeah,
It's
they're
On the
pretty
hardest
incredible.
difficulty?
All of them in 45 minutes each, or total?
Total.
45 minutes?
Total.
Damn. Because the clown one, the Dark Carnival, has that long wait at the end. Well, all of them have events that happen at the end that take a long time.
They
I mean,
probably
not
have a way of
45
getting
minutes,
around
but
that.
Yep, 58 minutes. Sorry, campaigns co-op on the PC. They're going to do Dying Light. Any percent co-op is an hour and 45 minutes. Resident Evil 7, they are going to beat it on the hardest difficulty in an hour and 50 minutes, which I find incredible. Like,
damn.
holy shit, how many times have you had to run that game? Silent Hill in 50 minutes.
Huh.
So they've got a little bit of everything. If you find something that you're interested in watching, you can always set aside time to watch it. They're going to beat Contra in 13 minutes.
With all the cheat codes? I'm sure.
I'm sure that, no, probably not cheat codes. They're just going to break the shit out of the game.
Mario 64 is like, what, an hour and 15 for the record, or hour and 30 or something like that?
Yeah, something like that to beat the game.
And it looks like Mario Sunshine for the 120 shines is they've got it at 3 hours and 15 minutes. So it's nearly double the amount of time. Or
For
a little over
Mario.
double.
That and the amount of memes that spawn off of things like this, because whenever you get a sun in Mario Sunshine, chat spams Shine Get.
What is that?
It's
Like one of
getting
the emotes?
Yeah, well, this year they have made it so that only subs can talk.
Damn. I mean, it's not surprising, though.
I mean, you have 150,000 people trying to spam at the same time? At least this way, it's like kind of controlling the amount of memes that happen, but I like it that they give like the clap emote now, because everybody does the clap after something cool happens.
Prey 2017 beat in 15 minutes.
Well, it's because I know why. I know how you can do that.
Huh.
One of the endings is killing yourself.
But does it take 15 minutes to kill yourself?
I think you can have an option pretty early on. It's basically running to one area so that a specific option triggers, and then you can go from there.
So they're
I don't
just trying to
remember.
get to that area, basically. It's taking up 15 minutes.
I'll have to watch that one because I'm interested.
Yeah.
That's on Thursday.
15 minutes. I can spend 15 minutes watching them break a game that I love.
Well, it's more out of like morbid curiosity to be like, what did you do to my game? How did you break
I know,
it so
that's why
badly?
I need to see.
Well, I mean,
15
there's lots of
minutes.
games like that you can kind of break, so...
Well, yeah, but I don't love all of them.
Exactly. Okay,
Also,
so it's
I love
Thursday
looking
afternoon.
around. It's why I can't do speed runs. I get distracted looking at things.
Yep. Ori and the Blind Forest, 40 minutes. But yeah, we could talk about this for hours. We'll just...
They've got Super Monkey Ball on here, which I would love to watch them beat this. But I had a friend in college. We used to play this a lot. I had a friend in college that whatever the last track was, it was like a big circle. He'd figured out if you go backwards in it, you can win. and he could go backwards through it faster, even though it's got the little arrow jet proportion things or whatever. If you miss those as you go through, he could actually beat us.
Damn.
And how he did it, I have no idea.
Cheater.
But I would love to see how these guys do it.
It's pretty
Cheaters.
incredible. Some of the, like, watching the Crash Bandicoot one was just awesome. Like, the skill that they do, the tips and the mechanics that they find are just awesome. So if you're interested in that, there you can find it on Twitch. You can find it all over the place. It's in like a bunch of different languages too. So, but yes,
Awesome.
definitely check them out. Definitely.
What else you guys want to talk about?
All right. I'll let somebody else pick since
Old
I just
School Battlefront is getting an update.
Are you
Has
excited?
an update.
has
Or
an
has one,
update.
yeah.
Has an update. What's the interesting thing about this is nobody knows who did it.
Somebody at Disney. Just somebody.
So it's
Some
just
guy.
like, you read the article and it's like, we have no idea who did this because Disney no longer supports it, and and EA has nothing to do with it. So, what?
Thank God EA has nothing to do with it.
There's a guy that's been sitting on these codes to be able to get into this game for however long when he was working there.
But he has to have some like ability to tap into Steam's update, because their update process is pretty, you have to be able to submit your thing and, prove you're part of the company in order to update that game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's probably some code to that. And he's got
So
him.
somebody that developed that game or who is in charge of that game decided to slip that in there underneath the radar.
Makes
And everybody's
you
like,
wonder if he currently works for the CGI department. Like they just moved him
maybe.
from the gaming department over to the CGI department, and he just goes back, so it's all coming from the same thing. But that's pretty awesome.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
It's a Star Wars Battlefront game that people want to play. Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna download it just
Because
because
I
of
tried
the
playing it
update.
on. I tried playing it online before Christmas, and some of the ping in it was just ridiculous. I couldn't hardly do anything in it.
Well, that sounds that's a better way
Yeah.
to calculate that now. So maybe it won't put you on servers that you can't play on.
This is just the first step. Maybe they'll toss a few more out. Man, if this game gets up and working, whew, it's gonna
Can
put
you imagine
Battlefront
how
2.
mad EA would be about that? Because
It's already got a lot of people
more
to
of a
play
player
it.
base for that than there would be for their Battlefront.
How funny!
That's new.
How funny would
Well,
that
you know what? They
be?
shouldn't have fucked it up.
Yeah.
You get on Twitch and there's you've got your top 3 that there normally are, and then 4th is Battlefront from 2005.
Oh my god.
Dude, when we talked about, a couple weeks ago, when we talked about Battlefront on the podcast, YouTube has that thing where it automatically picks out the game that it thinks that you're playing since we're in the gaming section, and it put up Battlefront 2, the recent one. So I went and manually changed it to the 2005 one. I was like, whatever.
dang.
If you're gonna say that I am playing Star Wars, even though that was nowhere in the title or anything, it just arbitrarily picked out one of the tags, then I'm gonna make it the one that I want. So,
Too
sorry
funny.
if that trolled you and you were looking for Star Wars Battlefront back in 2005 and you found us instead. Although I'm not sorry, because hello, you're still here.
Thank you for showing up.
Or I just changed it again and you're back here again and you're mad again. Sorry.
Gonna leave some rude and hateful comments.
Well, wouldn't be the first time. It's fine.
This should be pretty awesome, though. Also, Mad Catz is back from the dead.
Zombie cats.
Yeah, Zombie Catz.
Zombie Catz.
Evidently, some of the people that used to work for Mad Catz, I guess, bought the rights to Mad Catz and are going to
They're
start making
continuing the
peripherals
lines.
again. So,
I mean, I
Let's
think
hope
as
that they're
long
not
as they
like
focus on
super cheap. Gonna break in a week.
yeah, as long as they focus on the high end stuff. Somebody in the comments said that it seemed like they were going to focus on the high end esports gear that they had started working on, and cut out all the other stuff. So that it seems like that's true. They need to limit their focus instead of being like, let's make peripherals for everything ever. It's let's pick out what we can make peripherals for and focus on that instead of spreading ourselves so thin.
well, I think Rock Band hurt them more than anything else.
Well, it did because they went all in on Rock Band 4, and it failed.
Yeah.
So that's
Although
what
I
you
still
get.
got a lot of people bringing up copies of the game to me, going, "You have all the stuff for this?" No,
Not
no
anymore.
one wanted to buy it when it was new.
No. Well, I mean, it's just hard to convince people to buy that kind of stuff now. Just because where are you going to put it all? Got this new console and everything. We're trying to make everything minimalistic and sleek, and you still want me to buy like 16 pieces of plastic instruments? I don't have to put that shit.
No, it was bad enough when the first time. My entire living room area or den area that all my gaming stuff was in was just full of.
I remember
Rock Band
that.
stuff. Yeah.
There was a lot of Rock Band stuff up there.
Of course, we used to have on the weekends we'd have people before we had kids. We'd have people over at the house and we'd be playing and singing and having a good time. But
well, the downside too is it was Rock Band and Guitar Hero, and Guitar Hero ended up being, I think, more popular than Rock Band was. So people wanted more of that stuff.
Guitar Hero was it was popular, but when Rock Band 2 came out, it destroyed Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero actually shut down.
Well, part of the reason it destroyed Guitar Hero is because they went with EA's model of let's saturate our market with our own product.
Mm-hmm. So,
because oh my god, there was like 3 or 4 games of that a year.
Also, from what I understand, it was difficult to get into the because like Rock Band, like you'd log into Rock Band and it'd be like 10 new songs added this week. Da 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 da. Yeah. Guitar Hero, it was really hard to get onto their stuff, where Rock Band continued to have new things added, and evidently their whatever system they used for that was more user friendly and able to do it. But by the time you got to Rock Band 3, all that was kind of dying out a little bit, and then you're just hopeful for Rock Band 4. And
they tried really hard,
and then they're like, and then that last little bit, they're like, Guitar Hero is like, we're gonna do Guitar Hero live, and it's, but Guitar Hero should have stuck with what it did. It tried to become Rock Band, and become all these other peripherals. It should have been the guitar. Boom, done. You have one instrument. That's what we focus on. If you want to play guitar or bass, boom, you're good. But they stretched themselves thin on that one. So. And they were fine. And it just make it DLC only.
Well, I also ran into just an issue of all of the music games oversaturated the market at a point, and we just weren't ready to come back to them when they tried to push out Rock Band 4. Like, it just wasn't time for that. So, I'm not sure there is a time for that at this point, but
maybe. Whatever I can't even think of the name of it. I own it, and I can't even think of it. The guitar one that they have where you're actually playing the guitar and you actually... Rocksmith, yeah. That's the idea that everybody wanted to eventually go into, and it just never happened. And it works out really good because if you're wanting to play the guitar or learn to play the guitar, it gives you that option. I think it even has the newer version had like a bass version too. So if you wanted to learn to play the bass, you had that too. So to me, that just makes more sense because then it's an educational tool that you get to have fun. But then
the downside is you're having to spend a lot more for a peripheral than you are for a plastic guitar.
Right, but a lot of
because you're committing.
There's going to be some people that want to buy the guitar anyway, so and then you could use it outside of the game too. So I've learned how to play. Now I can use the same instrument to go out and do something with.
Or you buy a guitar in Rocksmith, and then you're like, oh shit, I'm just bad at this though. Because that's not like $100 thing down the drain. That's like $300 or $400.
Depends on what guitar you're getting. You can get a cheap one for about $150, but yeah, usually you're gonna buy a better one. So
eventually, once you actually start, getting the hang of it. I mean, unless you're one of those like crazy people to go out and spend thousands of dollars for a Les Paul or something crazy like that, and then play it like 3 or 4 times and go, yeah, I suck at this, and then put it up on the wall and
I did. If you can't play, don't buy Les Pauls. Like you just don't buy the more expensive guitars if you can't play. That's just dumb. I'm gonna sound excellent. I'm gonna sound just like Slash because I picked up this guitar that's just like he plays. No,
sorry, it's not magical. It's not gonna help.
You're not gonna sound any better.
You don't get a plus spot just for having that one.
Heck, you can look behind my head. There's an acoustic, there's an electric, there's a bass, and there's actually an acoustic that's sitting on this wall over here. So it's. You're not going to get any better quality than the ones I've got right there. That's about all I'm getting. So, but I am glad Mad Catz coming back because
I'm interested. I want to see how it unfolds under new management.
I think a lot of things have gone. You either get really shitty gear or you get kind of. whatever Xbox is selling, whatever Sony is selling, whatever Scuff, any of those are selling. So you're going to get that higher end, really, really higher end stuff. So it'd be nice if they could get a middle of the grade, like quality wise good, but price wise decent.
But I mean, I think one of the things that really screwed them is they tried to go mid-grade at one point with the 360 and the PlayStation 3 and even some of the PlayStation 2 stuff, and it just wasn't mid-grade. It was bottom of the barrel tier, and nobody wanted to buy from them after that.
Well, and I'm hoping
they have to understand that out of the gate with new management, they need to put out some amazing products at decent price points.
Well, these guys worked for the company, and it makes me wonder if they were kind of the guys that were sitting in the back going, "What the fuck are you doing?" You know what I mean? And so
we're gonna, instead of using this decent quality stuff, we're gonna go as low as we can, but we're gonna like mark up our prices for more profit.
Yeah. And then later on this month they'll be in. Is it later this month? Beginning of next month they'll be in Las Vegas for the show.
CES.
So we'll get to see a little bit of what they've got then. So it'll be interesting to see what they kind of got when they come out. So
well, hopefully they do good, because I remember with PS1 I used to buy like Mad Cat memory cards and stuff because they were way cheaper than the actual Sony brand ones, and I still have them. And
our
they
GameCube
still
memory cards
function.
are both Mad Cats.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
And those are still working. But the problem that I think a lot of people ran into is that late PS2 era, and then into the PS3 and the Xbox 360, they just sold garbage. Like, they sold you $20 garbage controllers.
It's like, I just need a controller for the weekend. Here, $20.
Yeah, well, they had headsets that'll
controller.
last you a week too, right? Didn't they?
Yeah, they had some shitty everything that would last you for like
I had
5
one that
minutes.
the little earpiece, like not the whole earpiece, just a little cap looking part of it, just completely fell out one time. I was like, all right, well, no wonder this was on sale for $15. I see now.
I remember reselling when I worked in game retail. We resold some of the Mad Cats, like the crappy controller Mad Cats, for like $2 a pop because they were just shitty.
Fucking someone needs a controller for the weekend. $2. Here you go. And then you
I
give
really
it to your
don't
poor
like my friend. Give me the crappiest controller you have. Here's this Mad Cats one.
Hey, if you played back in the day, if you ever went to someone's house, you were like, "Fuck."
You had to get the good controller. I need the good controller.
Yeah, that's why I always brought my own controller.
Well,
Yep.
or
bring your own shit.
Or if you're smart, you learn to play on the shitty one. So when your friend does come over, you're playing the good one, and then what do? They bitch about the controller, right? And you go, okay, fine, boom. Now you've learned to play on the shitty one, and you turn around and beat them, and you go, see, it was just you the whole time.
Oh damn!
When I got my 360, I sprung for like another like Microsoft controller, so that both of my controllers were good. I was like, I'm not buying this crap. Look at that thing. But it's like half the price. Yeah, there's probably a reason it's half the price.
Yeah, it lasts about half as long.
For a fourth of the quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of my Xbox One controllers are original
Xbox
the
One,
actual
yep.
Xbox One controllers, but the 360s, I went through quite a few of the cheaper models, and not all of them were Mad Cat. Some of them were some weird brand that I got. I was like, okay, I'm never doing that again.
Ordered
Yeah.
online. It came from somewhere.
Some small child somewhere in another country made it for me.
Wow, that's awful. Wow.
That is awful.
Reality sometimes hurts. Just saying.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
What else do we want to talk about? I'm looking at our thing. We actually really only have one news article left, right?
Yeah, and it's interesting.
I like the head shake. I'm non-committal about this. Although I remember a podcast a few weeks ago that you were very committed to it.
I mean, I'm committed to it. It's just now they have committed to it.
The World Health Organization has now has made a subcategory for addictive gaming disorders and things like that. So that is
gaming
now
disorders
a thing.
and hazardous gaming, which it's a real thing. I mean,
Yes.
with anything comes addiction.
Yep.
If
you
you,
can
if
be
you don't
addicted to anything. Really,
if you don't
almost.
moderate, you become addicted to it. It becomes a problem. So.
And then you end up on a show on like TLC or E or whatever that channel is that has the My Weird Addiction show.
Yeah, and
Don't be on that show.
Don't be on that show.
Well, I
I
mean,
mean,
Addicted
really.
to gaming, that's not a weird addiction.
it's an addiction. I mean, people have died because they play games for too long.
Yes. Yes, they have.
Like, what? I don't even.
Why do
I don't
people
understand
gamble?
that.
Why do people drink? It's to escape.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like,
they don't
you
have
can only
any
escape
self-control.
so far when your stomach is growling at you because you're starving to death.
Just 5 more minutes, 5 hours later.
Yeah, Grip, you totally know all about that one, huh?
Oh, I know where the
Planet
pause button
Coaster?
is, and I know where the refrigerator's at. Obviously, you can tell I'm not starving to death.
Yeah, but you're also not hyper competitive either. Like, I mean,
Yes, I am. I just don't play competitive games.
These people go to cafes and then play for hours upon hours upon hours upon hours upon hours to be better than the person sitting next to them, and they lose track of time, and they lose track of every sense of necessity, and it's just it's dangerous. Everything needs to come in moderation.
But I would say that that's also a personality disorder, not specifically targeted to one thing. It's that you have an obsessive disorder of some sort, and that you need to seek help for that beyond I like to play video games.
If you want to start getting into that area, that becomes where it's a social construct and the culture of people, and people need...
Well, people can be addicted to things like Twitter, too, like social media. Some
And
people cannot not check it.
And that goes with being a social disorder. Like, it's society that develops these disorders. Yeah. It's not... It doesn't... Like,
We are
a person
a product
can,
of our society. It sucks.
pretty much. I mean, look at... This is not to be mad about South Korea. Like, South Korea, take that for example. Those folks there push themselves a million times harder in the video game genre. That's why there are so many professional esports players of them than there are of America or Europe or things like that. Is those guys push themselves a million times harder because that's what their society deems necessary. Ours is not. Ours is more lax in that respect. So that's why there have been more fatalities of overplaying there than there have been here. So, I mean, society will develop these issues within themselves, and
it's whatever your dopamine
is...
drop is, because what's going to happen is the same thing with the social media thing, or that the text message, you send a text message 10 minutes later, you still haven't got a response from that text message. It's that as soon as you get that response, now you feel better about the situation, whatever. I think though, like when you're talking about Koreans and stuff, I think some of that has to do with more of they look at it as a job standpoint and their work ethics there versus it being an addiction. Now, the people that died, yes, I would go with an addiction problem.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, that's probably an addiction right there.
But I think from a gaming standpoint, there's so much thing that you can't stop playing. We'll use a great example. We've got a friend, okay, that will sit down, play a game for, a couple minutes. The next thing she knows, it's 4 hours later. She might have a problem with Planet
I don't know
Coaster
who you're talking
or
about.
Sims or Tropico or any of these simulators that are like this. So
I don't know what you're talking about.
it's there's an addiction that's there.
Yeah, who are we talking about here?
I know, right?
I mean, I don't have a problem. I can quit anytime.
Yeah, so you
Choose
can.
not to. I've made a life choice.
Make a life choice.
She's made a life choice inside a life choice with the simulation games.
But yes, she's got somebody else though that can kind of be like, hey, don't
Well,
forget
like I
you're
said,
still
I also
here.
I'm a fat kid, so when I get hungry, I'm gonna find the pause button and walk away for a few minutes.
Yeah, and then you go right back and unclick the pause button.
That's not true.
Yeah, but at least
and I
she
love
has
on the
food.
dog, and I get distracted by watching whatever you have on TV, and then I talk to you for a minute, and then I come back.
Hey, my point.
So she's
You've
got like
got
a 30-minute
another
break
thing
that she does. It's kind of like...
Yeah, see? It's like what Wii does, or the Wii U, or everything, where it's like, have you gone
Right.
outside lately? Yes, I have.
And that
No,
is
I
why
don't understand.
that is why the Switch has. That is why Nintendo always has that stuff. Hey, you've been playing for several hours. Get the fuck outside. Go walk
I'll
around.
keep playing outside. That's fine, but you're outside.
I mean, that's why the Switch did what it did. You just pick it up and walk away with it. Hey,
Are
go
you
outside.
outside?
What
Yes.
would society do though? Like let's say that there's a law passed or the gaming industry in general goes, okay, we're going to have this agreement that on online games, so games that are played multiplayer online, you're limited this many matches a day.
I think people get really mad.
So you got we'll put the number at 20. We'll lowball this. 20 that's on there. So that's all you get per day.
What if it's not matches? What about, like, because now my brain shifts to people that I know that play a lot of really online exclusive games like Destiny. You'd have people like Wraith and Vald and everybody, like, how do you limit theirs? Because it's not matches necessarily.
Well, you're telling
like,
people
you can play
World
like
of
4
Warcraft,
hours
it's
a
an
day,
MMO.
and then they cut
It's
you
not
off.
really matches.
it's because that would never happen because then you're telling people how to live their lives.
Yes.
It's like being like smoking is bad, but you're gonna let people do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking is bad, but you're gonna let people do it anyway. Gaming
true.
has like gambling
Drinking
is bad.
not necessarily bad. Over drinking and driving and stuff like that, yes.
Well,
Some
drinking
alcohol every
is
once in a
bad.
while
in
is actually
general,
health
but-
beneficial.
That is
Some,
correct.
but that is very small quantities of very specific things.
Yes.
Guinness, man, it's a mill in a glass. It's all good.
Well, I'm thinking like a cup of red wine with dinner or something to help your digestion and things, but
Yeah, I thought it was
I mean,
like
like, I
a cup of
just
red
had a
wine a
whole
week
cup
helps
of-
your heart.
orange juice
Yeah,
and
but you don't want to do it every day, then you become an alcoholic.
Yeah, not every day, like every week. You take your glass of wine and you're good. Every day you
every day I drink this bottle. It's a glass, right? I mean, it's made of glass, so I drink
you have
this
one
once
of
a
them,
day, you
so
know?
Just a very large proportion glass.
Yes, it's a glass. I drink this glass of
My
wine
doctor
every
says I have to
day.
drink this daily.
Oh my god. Things in moderation, though, yes.
Yeah.
But
Well,
then you couldn't
everything's
limit it to
moderation.
stuff like that to time frames because people like Wraith who take off days for game launches with the intention of playing all day. I mean, that's not really fair. He's not overdoing it. He just specifically set aside that time to be
we played the
excessive
shit
about
out
it.
of WoW when it releases expansions. Like, I mean, we played like 30-something hours when
36.
Legion, 36 hours when it came out. We didn't sleep through the whole night and just kept going.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying, though, is it's fine if you want to have access every now and then. You set aside time for it. So you couldn't have the government be like, no access for you, 4 hours a day
No,
or
I
else.
said the gaming industry in a whole. Like, let's say that Activision, EA, Ubisoft, all of them got together.
EA doesn't want money. Yeah, right. I'll say
Hold on,
hell
hold on.
freeze
You
over
can
when
pay
that
extra
happens.
No,
to
see,
keep
you're not
playing.
looking at this
No,
from
no,
a
no.
capitalistic
EA
standpoint.
would do it
You ready?
No,
Here's
EA
how
would
you
do
look
it
at
this
it.
way, but they would go through
Oh my
and
God.
go, oh, after your 20 matches, do you want to keep playing? Give us $5.
There it
Deals.
is.
Yep, they
That's the
monetize it.
capitalistic standpoint. You see what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. EA
But then
would
it
have just
becomes
turned around
an
and
Oh
issue
go,
of
god,
do they
next
care
week we're
about
going to
your
have a story
matches?
where EA is going to be like, yes, we're going to start charging you per online match.
That's when the side of hackers and whatnot are gonna, like, they will download their game, they will unplug that shit from the internet, and then you can play it as long as you want offline.
that's
Online
true.
games, like, they will create their own private servers that are hacked or cracked versions of the game, and play it on their own. Like, no matter what you do, people will find a way around
Knife
it,
will
especially
up,
if they
find
don't.
a way.
right,
Yeah.
but you're still dealing with a minority versus a majority on that one. Like, what I mean is you're going to have a lot of people that are going to go, all right, I need to find a way around this. and then you're
Most
gonna have
of the people are
but
gonna be-
the majority of the people are going to go, I don't know how to get around this.
But that's the thing, though, is the second that you put regulations on it, or when people start trying to figure out the illegal ways to do it, which is why you have kids that know how
It's
to
like
make
Shows
fake
the
prohibition.
addiction problem we were talking about in the first place.
It's like
And
prohibition,
people are
though. Look at what
posted on
happened
Reddit
then.
and how to do it, and Imager, and wherever else.
You just sign into this server and boom, there you go. You can play the game as much as you want. Boom. It's gonna be like underground gaming layers and shit like that. I mean,
layers. It's not like it's an underground gaming ring. It's a layer. We have turned into villains.
yes,
Welcome to my lair. We play video games for hours.
the gaming layer.
For hours.
We're
Come to
so
my
bad
lair.
here. Hours, I tell you.
You come to my lair now. Or you got that that guy that's on the street and he goes, "Hey, hey, you like some Call of Duty, do you? Huh?" I've got 2 PCs in my basement. They've got time on them.
They've got time on them.
Creepy.
So,
Oh, it gets weird. We've
We
just
can
made
sit
this
next
so
to each other
weird.
and screen hook.
I feel like we've lost control of the show at some
oh,
point.
come on! It's the first of the year. Why would we
I
start off with
know. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I don't think we're in control anymore.
Screw control. You know.
Well, is there anything? I was worried that we wouldn't have enough to talk about, but we're at like an hour, so
I think that's pretty
we
good.
did just fine, guys. Good job, everybody. Go team.
We do what we can to make up shit. We win.
Is there anything else you guys wanna discuss?
Yeah, I did want to ask one question.
Okay.
It seems as though Nexon, which is the publisher for Lawbreakers, is blaming PUBG for their lack of sales.
I feel like that article has a spin put on it. I feel like, because it's basically the same thing that Battleborn ran into with Overwatch, where they launched at just such an inopportune time. And I feel like that's the same issue.
The thing that I thought was interesting, though, is the fact they pointed out that it was like, really? Because PUBG's got 3 million people that are on it, and you had 90. So, is it really because of them, or is it not?
No, and they're two separate genres. You have BR, and then you have a third-person, like, space shooter game.
Yeah, why would you not look at Paladin and Overwatch as your competition?
Yeah,
because
exactly.
they went more realistic and gritty is why. But I would say that Overwatch was definitely part of it.
So follow-up question, how do you solve the problem? Can you solve the problem?
Lawbreakers? No. Unfortunately, in my opinion, it's too late.
Yeah, I don't know if Lawbreakers... I mean, the only thing Lawbreakers could do would be to go free to play and hope for the best. But even then, they made such a very niche, and I'm not saying it's bad, but it's very niche. Like, you have to be quick. You have to be one of those people that's going to be the top tier in an FPS in order to play that game proficiently, because...
It's not accessible to all players.
Yeah, it's not a very accessible game. It's not something that you can jump in and expect to do okay and, like, keep your head above water because you know how first-person shooters generally work because of all of the stuff they put into it. It was made for people that were hardcore Unreal Tournament fans and wanted an updated version of it, basically, which is low gravity, super crazy, multi-dimensional play, which is good, but it's also very niche. It's just not accessible. But they did launch right when PUBG was kind of hitting their peak, too, so... I feel like a lot of people were just like, I've already got this game, I'm not ready to go to another game yet. But
well, they didn't push it hard enough either. So
I don't think a lot of people outside of the regular gaming community even know it existed either.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they tried, but I don't think they publicized it in the way that they needed to.
Yeah,
they didn't do a lot of the tie-ins that they needed to, because I mean they had like huge setups at a lot of the major conferences and things like that, and they were visible, but it wasn't like a shotgun visible. It wasn't like a widespread, we're a little bit of everywhere. It was a very specific, if you are hardcore into gaming, you will know we're here.
Yeah, outside of the gaming community, I don't think you would know it. Like, it's not like Call of Duty where it's plastered on every single website
but
you
I
go.
think that that's because they were trying to go for a niche audience with it, but that niche was just too small.
Mm-hmm.
They made a very specific game for a very specific set of players. And it's not everybody. Like, I wanted to be excited about it, but I really am not good at that kind of gameplay. I'm not fast enough to be decent in those matches.
Do you think... Now, granted, the gameplay would have to slow slightly, but do you think, had they entertained the idea of going to either consoles first or consoles at the same time, they would have been more successful?
No, I don't think so. She's going to make a lot of noise.
No. I'm sorry. I have to yell at the cat.
She sees the chicken.
Well, she wants to eat the kitten food, and she's obviously very fat. Get down. Sorry, everybody. Sorry. I didn't even know she was in here. They're all afraid of the sprayer, so. Yeah. Including the dog, because he was raised by cats. But, yeah, it's unfortunate what happened with Lawbreakers. I feel like they had a solid idea, but they just pigeonholed themselves. Because, you can go back to podcasts from this time last year, probably, that I was super enthusiastic about it. But the more I saw of it, the more I'm like, I'm not going to be able to play this game. And neither is a lot of people. Neither are a lot of people. It's just specific players.
I've seen several streamers that played it when it came out, and then, they've stopped streaming it. They've gone back to other games.
Mm-hmm. It didn't hold the attention the way that it needed to. And it's because you have to work so hard to be good at it, and you have to, you have to put on your try-hard hat in that kind of game. And something like Overwatch, you could be like, fuck it, I'm going to be Mercy for a game. I'm just going to float around and heal people, whatever. But in a game like Lawbreakers, you have to be there to win. Or else you can't play it.
So it's not for the casual gamer, basically, is where it messed up.
It's not accessible. That's the word that we will use. You don't have to technically be casual.
You can be hardcore, but you have to be able to get into that niche mindset.
But even for being hardcore, it's still kind of like you jump in, the people that are already playing are going to whoop your ass.
Yep.
I mean, with Overwatch, it's like everybody is like the balance in that game is nice and good across the whole playing field, and you have time to kind of learn and play it as you go. And then
and you have options to be able to play against bots too.
Exactly.
So, I don't know how it is with Lawbreakers, but
I mean, it's unfortunate what happened, but it is what it is.
I hope that they don't give up, though. I mean, they had some really good ideas and some fun mechanics. They just need to figure out how they can make those mechanics more widely accessible. Make it so, and part of it, and I'm not going to say that this is necessarily an awful thing that they have done, but part of what they did too was they had so many alphas and betas that they had a very solid community who understood the game completely when it launched. So new players who didn't understand, I know I'm ignoring that, but new players who didn't understand it couldn't come in and play because they were just getting owned so hard by the people that had been playing the whole time.
Yeah.
Baka, what do we talk about?
My phone's already on silence.
Well, it is technically on silence except for the alarm, apparently. Like, it popped up and I was like, nope.
We have an alarm set for 3:30. Jeez.
Because I had to go to work at 4 and I took a nap yesterday and I forgot about it.
Oh.
I thought that's what time you usually get up. I was like, damn, dude, 3:30, we need to have a talk.
No, because I didn't go until 4 and I ate something probably like around noon, and then I was like, I could use a nap. I'm going to go take a nap.
Wow. Alright. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
that was it for me.
That's it
Save
for
some
me.
of this for next year. Oh, next week. We'll save some of it for next week.
Yeah, please don't save it
Yes.
to next year. That's a lot to talk
Damn
about
it.
in one show.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what have you guys been doing for a year? Oh,
This came out.
This
This
and
came
that.
out. Did you play this? No, but I did. And then did this.
Well. Then let's get out of here. I've got something I gotta try out after this. See what happens.
We appreciate everybody that hangs out with us each and every week at Infinite Respawn. As always, you can check us out on Twitter at InfiniteResPC. You can check me out personally at MDB Oak Tree. Check out Griff.
At Gross
Check out
Slime.
Chicken.
LE Chicken 313.
Check out Baka.
At Dr. Pickle.
Also, make sure you go to our YouTube as well, youtube.com/Infinite Respawn. You go on there and you can check out our podcast video version. If you're one of those people that like to see pretty faces, you can look at hers because the rest of us are not that attractive. All right.
You calling me Ugly Oak?
Your beard is gorgeous. All right.
That's right.
Majestic.
Also, there's videos on there as well from Let's Plays and also music videos that Griff has cut together. So, as we said before, she likes to deal with sound, and she's very particular about sound, and she's done a great job of doing some music videos for everybody for their enjoyment. So make sure you look at those as well. And then, of course, our website, InfiniteRespawn.com. Go on there, join the forum, and hang out. For Infinite Respawn, I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Griff.
I'm Chicken.
I'm Baka.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Please hang up and try again.